Rain sliding down the glass, streetlights turning everything gold. Another night I said I'd move on, another night I don't. Your jacket still hangs by the side of my room. I keep meaning to move it, but somehow never do. Everybody says people fade with time. Then why does your voice still live inside my mind? Maybe memories don't disappear, they just get quieter. I still hear your name in the rain, falling softly through my head again. Like an old song I forgot I loved until it started playing. And every late night train goes by, carrying pieces of another life. But part of me still waits for you in the middle of the night. The cafe near your place closed down last spring. Still every time I pass it, I look for you instinctively. Funny how the smallest things can hurt the deepest now. Like your handwriting on receipts I never threw out. Some people leave, but their shadow stays in ordinary places. I still hear your name in the rain, falling softly through my head again. Like an old song I forgot I loved until it started playing. And every late night train goes by, carrying pieces of another life. But part of me still waits for you in the middle of the night. Maybe one day this won't ache so much. Maybe healing starts by letting memories breathe. I still hear your name in the rain, but tonight it hurts a little less. Like time is slowly teaching me how to carry what remains. And even if we never meet again, I'll be thankful that you stayed long enough to turn my lonely nights into something beautiful. The hallway smelled like summer rain. Your shoes were by the door again. TV glowing quietly while the whole world fell asleep. You said we should leave this town, drive somewhere we've never been. I laughed and said maybe someday, like we had forever left. Cheap fake out on the kitchen floor, your head against my shoulder. Back then I didn't understand how fast moments disappear. Nobody warns you the happiest nights, and without noticing we left the lights on, like we'd come back someday, like nothing between us could ever really change. Now every empty room feels louder than before, and every little memory still waits behind that door. The city keeps moving forward, new faces everywhere, but sometimes I still stop when someone has your hair. I know people drift apart, that's just how life goes. Still, some part of me never fully let you go. Maybe love doesn't vanish, maybe it just learns how to live quietly inside you. We left the lights on, like we'd come back someday, like nothing between us could ever really change. Now every empty room feels louder than before, and every little memory still waits behind that door. If I could keep one moment, I'd choose an ordinary night, just sitting there beside you while the rain passed by outside. We left the lights on, and maybe that's okay. Some people stay with you even after they fade, and though the years keep passing like trains into the dark, you'll always be a small warm light somewhere inside my heart. Golden hour on your face, wind blowing through the lakeside. Everything feels slower now, like the world stopped for a while. You were dancing in the parking lot, barefoot with your shoes in hand, old songs coming from the speakers, while the sky turned orange red. We kept taking blurry pictures, laughing every time they shook. Maybe perfect moments are supposed to look like this. No plans tonight, no place to be, just summer air and you with me. Sunset Polaroids scattered on the dashboard, tiny pieces of the night I never wanna lose. Cherry skies and city lights, reflections shining in your eyes. If happiness exists, I think it looks like you. Cold drinks from looks like you. One day this summer will fade into memories, but tonight it still feels endless. Sunset Polaroids and warm nights in July, holding on to every second before the morning light. And even years from now, I know what I'll miss the most. You beside me, laughing softly underneath that glowing sky. Sunlight falling through the blinds, coffee getting cold beside me. Nothing really changed, but somehow today feels different. Late bus, old headphones, walking with no destination. City moving way too fast, but I don't mind the wait. Your voice still stuck inside my head, like a song I never skip. Every little thing reminds me life can still feel good again. Maybe we don't need the perfect kind of moment. Maybe all we need is right here now. We got summer on repeat, windows down on empty streets, singing loud to melodies nobody else can hear. Golden light and tired eyes, laughing like we're still alive. If this moment disappears, play it back to me again. Worn out sneakers, faded jeans, Polaroids inside my pocket, tiny memories turning into something bigger. The air feels young tonight, even all the broken parts. Somehow when you're next to me, everything gets lighter. Maybe growing up is learning how to breathe slow, finding little worlds inside ordinary days. We got summer on repeat, windows down on empty streets, singing loud to melodies nobody else can hear. Golden light and tired eyes, laughing like we're still alive. If this moment disappears, play it back to me again. One day we'll look back at these quiet nights and realize we were happier than we knew. We got summer on repeat, old cassette and blurry dreams, holding on to everything before it fades away. Golden light and tired eyes, still dancing under city lights. If tomorrow comes too fast, stay with me a little more. it in the backseat. Your playlist way too loud, singing every word wrong while driving out of town. Polaroids and messy hair, salt air everywhere. Laughing so hard we almost cried under that July sky. Maybe we don't need big dreams tonight. This feeling is enough. Summer comes easy with you. Golden light and ocean blue. Every little second feels like something I don't wanna lose. Running barefoot through the night, street lights shining in your eyes. If this moment never ends, I think I'd be alright. Ice cream melting way too fast. Sunset painted over us. You kept drawing tiny hearts on my sunburned arm. Fireworks somewhere far away. Music floating from the beach. Everything feels young tonight, like we're exactly where we should be. No destination, no reason to rush, just us and the summer. Summer comes easy with you. Golden light and ocean blue. Every little second feels like something I don't wanna lose. Running barefoot through the night, street lights shining in your eyes. If this moment never ends, I think I'd be alright. One day these nights will turn into memories, but right now they still feel infinite. Summer comes easy with you. Late night drives and swimming pools. Laughing like the world outside can wait another day. And if the morning comes too soon, stay a little longer too. 'Cause every summer song I hear will probably sound like you. Midnight traffic far away. TV light across your face. Neither of us said too much. Still it felt like everything. We stayed up until sunrise, talking about leaving town. You kept tracing little circles on the sleeve of my hoodie. Outside the world kept moving, inside time moves slow. Like the night was trying not to let us go. I didn't realize those ordinary moments would become my favorite memories. We were static hearts, trying to feel alive. Young enough to dream, too scared to decide. Every faded photograph still carries your eyes like pieces of a summer I can't leave behind. Now the streets feel colder. Every season changed too fast. People come and disappear, like songs you used to love. Sometimes I still hear your voice inside crowded cafes. And for a second, nothing feels broken. Maybe love stays longest in the small yet to notice. We were static hearts trying to feel alive, young enough to dream, too scared to decide. Every faded photograph still carries your eyes like pieces of a summer I can't leave behind. If I could live one night again, I'd choose the silence next to you over every perfect future I imagined alone. We were static hearts, burning quietly in the dark, holding on to tiny sparks before they disappear. And even if you're gone now, a part of me still stays somewhere in that apartment, listening to your laugh again. The sky looks faded blue, morning barely coming through. I stayed awake again, thinking way too much of you. Your name still lives inside the corners of my room, in older seats and movie scenes, and songs I used to use. Everybody says time heals everything, but some memories learn how to breathe. Maybe that's the reason I still look for you in every passing stranger. We're still slow dancing in my head, even though your hands are gone. Every little word you said still echoes in my room at dawn. I know people come and leave, like seasons changing quietly, but some nights you still feel closer than reality. Rainwater on the glass, neon lights across the floor. I should probably move on now, but I don't know what for. The city feels so loud, yet somehow incomplete, like every crowded place still misses something. Maybe love doesn't end, maybe it just changes shape and stays hidden somewhere. Still slow dancing in my head, even though your hands are gone. Every little word you said still echoes in my room at dawn. I know people come and leave, like seasons changing quietly, but some nights you still feel closer than reality. One day your voice will stop hurting me and turn into something beautiful. Instead, we're still slow dancing in my head, under all these fading lights. Even if this was temporary, it still changed my life. And maybe that's enough. Maybe love was never meant to stay forever, just long enough to teach teach my heart how to feel. Outside the window, coffee cooling by my hand, old songs floating through the room like they already know me. People typing quietly, cups clinking somewhere behind me. You looked up from your notebook and smiled for just a second. The city keeps moving fast, but this place feels untouched. Like time slows down a little every time you walk in. Maybe I like these ordinary moments more than I should. Slow afternoons and coffee stains, warm guitar and window rain, your voice mixing with the music softly in the background. Everything feels lighter here, like the world disappears for a little while inside this tiny cafe. Vinyl records near the counter, books piled beside your chair. You kept brushing back your hair while reading the same page twice. Outside, the sky turned gray inside. The lights stayed gold, and somehow all my worries started feeling far away. No pressure, no loud nights, just quiet hearts and melodies. Slow afternoons and coffee stains, warm guitar and window rain, your voice mixing with the music softly in the background. Everything feels lighter here, like the world disappears for a little while inside this tiny cafe. Maybe happiness looks less like fireworks and more like this. Slow afternoons and coffee stains, conversations wrapped in rain, old guitars through cafe speakers playing low beside us. And years from now, I know I'll still remember how these small quiet moments made life feel beautiful again. Blue light filling up my room, another sleepless night in June. Cars passing under my window like waves I can't stop hearing. Your sweater hanging by the chair, still carrying your perfume. I should probably pack it up, but I don't know how to yet. Everybody keeps saying time will fix these things, but no one talks about how slow healing is. Maybe missing someone becomes part of you, like scars you stop noticing. Now my room is full of blue, late night thoughts and outside the train. The city keeps moving forward while I'm standing in place. I still remember your laugh echoing through crowded streets. Funny how a single person can change the way nights feel. Some people live without really leaving. Their shadow stays behind. My room is full of blue, late night thoughts and memories of you. Every song sounds different now. Every silence feels too loud. I keep reaching for my phone, like maybe you'll still call me home. Even though we both know some things don't come back. Maybe love isn't forever. Maybe that's what makes it hurt. We hold things tighter when we know they won't stay. The room is full of blue, but the sky will change soon to morning light through broken blinds. Slowly pulling me outside, and maybe one day your name won't ache like this. But until then, I'll let these memories stay a little longer. Rooftop lights and plastic cups. Everybody showing up. Warm wind blowing through the night, like the city came alive. You arrived in oversized jeans, hair tied up, looking like a movie. So tonight feels different somehow, and honestly I felt it too. Music echoing through the air, Polaroids scattered everywhere. Nobody talking about tomorrow like we had all the time. Maybe these are the nights we'll replay when we get older. Welcome to the rooftop summer club, where the drinks are cold and the nights stay young. Dancing underneath neon stars, like nothing could break our hearts. Everybody singing out of tune, 2 a.m. beneath the moon. If this moment fades away, I still wanna feel it now. Late night ramen by the store, laughing on the kitchen floor. You kept stealing all my fries, our fireworks filled the sky. City looks so beautiful, reflected in your sunglasses. For a second, all my worries disappeared into the music. No pressure, no endings, just a night in summer. Welcome to the rooftop summer club, where the drinks are cold and the nights stay young. Dancing underneath neon stars, like nothing could break our hearts. Everybody singing out of tune, 2 a.m. beneath the moon. If this moment fades away, I still wanna feel it now. One day these nights will turn into stories, but tonight. They still feel endless. Welcome to the rooftop summer club. Golden skies above, all of us laughing like the world outside can wait another night. And years from now, when the songs come back around, I'll still remember how alive we felt under those rooftop lights. Blue water, white clouds, your sunglasses falling down, music playing from your phone, like the soundtrack of the day. Flip-flops on hot concrete, cold lemonade melting. You said don't think too much, so I try to let go. Sunlight shining everywhere, tiny sparkles in your hair. Feels like time moves slower whenever you're around. Maybe happiness looks a little like this, simple and bright. Poolside radio, playing all our favorite songs, singing out the window like summer lasts forever. Golden afternoons and the color of the sky. I don't need anything else as long as you're here tonight. Late night convenience store, ice cream and cheap fireworks running through empty streets like kids again. Somehow your laugh echoes through the dark like a light inside my heart. Even ordinary moments feel cinematic with you. No pressure, no destination, just warm nights and good memories. Poolside radio, playing all our favorite songs, singing out the window like summer lasts forever. Golden afternoons and the color of the sky. I don't need anything else as long as you're here tonight. Maybe growing up is finding people who make life feel lighter. Poolside radio, still playing after midnight. Street lights reflecting softly on the water by your feet. And if the summer disappears like every season always does, I'll replay these nights forever inside my head like old cassette love. streetlights leaking through the blinds. Another quiet night alive. I told myself I'm doing fine, but 2 a.m. says otherwise. Empty cans beside the sink, old receipts and broken things. Your favorite movie on my screen paused where we stopped watching. I still know the way you laugh before you try to hide it. Funny how the smallest sounds become the hardest to forget. Maybe nights like this were always meant to hurt a little. Nothing feels the same at 2 a.m. Every memory hits harder than the city's loud, but I still hear your voice inside my head. And I know people come and go, like seasons changing in the cold. But some goodbye moments never really end. Rain keeps falling on the roof like it's trying to say something. I walk circles through my room just to keep from thinking everybody else moved on. At least that's how it seems. Maybe I'm just slower at letting go of things. Sometimes I still check my phone, like part of me believes you'll come back somehow. Nothing feels the same at 2 a.m. Every memory hits harder than the city's loud, but I still hear your voice inside my head. And I know people come and go, like seasons changing in the cold. But some goodbye moments never really end. If healing takes time, then maybe I'm still learning how to live without replaying us every night. Nothing feels the same at 2 a.m., but morning always comes again. And maybe one day these memories won't ache so bad. Still tonight I'll let the sadness stay, like an old song, too beautiful to completely throw away. Your shadow dancing on the wall, 2 a.m. and no missed calls. The city's sleeping quietly while we're still awake. Cheap wine on the kitchen floor, old shoes by the front door. You kept laughing at my jokes even when they weren't that good. Outside the rain was falling slow, inside we moved like movie scenes, like nothing bad could ever happen to people like us. I didn't know some moments disappear while you're still inside them. Maybe we were just summer, never meant to last forever, just two hearts burning bright. For a little while. Now every time the night gets quiet, I still hear your voice beside me. after it ends. Your perfume on my hoodie still won't fully wash away. Funny how the smallest things can hurt the most sometimes. Everybody told me people change and move on, but nobody explained how empty silence gets. Maybe love leaves slowly, like sunlight through the window, gone before you notice. Maybe we were just summer, never meant to last forever, just two hearts burning bright. For a little while. Now every time the night gets quiet, I still hear your voice beside me, like a song that keeps on playing long after it ends. If I saw you now, I'd probably smile, like nothing ever broke between us, even if it did. Maybe we were just summer, something beautiful and temporary, a photograph that's fading softly, but never fully gone. And maybe loving someone doesn't mean they have to stay. Maybe some people are only meant to change your life a little. Warm air sticking to our skin, sunset painted everything pink. You looked at me and smiled, like tonight would never end. Skateboards rolling down the street, cold soda in the passenger seat. Your favorite song was playing loud through broken car speakers. Everybody looks so young, laughing underneath the lights. For a moment all our worries felt a million miles away. Maybe this is what people write songs about, tiny nights that feel endless. July never felt so good, late night drives through Hollywood, windows down, your hand in mine. Everything just feels alright. Fireworks above the beach, your voice floating next to me. If summer had a perfect sound, I think we found it now. it still feels infinite. July never felt so good. Golden skies and restless youth. Laugh until the sunrise turns the ocean into gold again. And even when the seasons change and these nights disappear, every summer song I hear will bring me back to here. Sunset everywhere. You grabbed my hand and started running like the night was ours to keep. Ice cream melting way too fast. Music playing from your bag. You kept laughing at the stars like they were talking back to us. Streetlights painted golden blue on the roof. Time next to you for a second. Life felt easy, like nothing bad could reach us. Maybe this is all we need, a summer night and reckless dreams. Ice cream and fireworks, dancing in your oversized shirt, singing loud with blurry words, like we'll stay young forever. Every heartbeat feels so bright underneath these city lights. If tomorrow comes too fast, let's just stay here tonight. Late night riding in your car, windows down, guitars and stars. We got lost on purpose just to keep the night alive. Tiny sparks above the beach, reflections underneath your feet. Everything about the summer feels like a movie scene. No worries, no goodbye, just us against the sky tonight. Ice cream and fireworks, dancing in your oversized shirt, singing loud with blurry words, like we'll stay young forever. Every heartbeat feels so bright underneath these city lights. If tomorrow comes too fast, let's just stay here tonight. Maybe years from now, we'll miss these little moments most. The nights that felt endless without even trying. Ice cream and fireworks, summer air and careless hearts. Laugh until the sunrise paints the whole world gold again. And even when the season fades, I know one thing will stay true. Every summer song the last train home again, but neither of us cared. Summer wind and tired eyes, messy midnight hair. You drew stars upon my hand with a pen that barely worked. Said someday we'd leave this town just to see if we could. Old sneakers on the rooftop, music low from your phone. For a second in the silence, I forgot what being lonely was. Maybe growing older is just learning how to lose. But tonight I still feel young, standing next to you. We were golden hour kids, living like the world was ours, taking blurry photographs underneath the city stars. Nothing really made sense then, still somehow it felt enough. Wish I could go back again to the version of us. Now the streets feel different, everybody moves too fast. Conversations turn to memories before you know they pass. Sometimes when it rains at night, I still think about your laugh. Funny how the smallest moments always seem to last. Some people leave quietly without saying goodbye, but parts of them stay forever inside your mind. We were golden hour kids, living like the world was ours, taking blurry photographs underneath the city stars. Nothing really made sense then, still somehow it felt enough. Wish I could go back again to the version of us. Maybe we were never meant to stay the same forever, but I still replay those nights like an old cassette. We were golden hour kids, young hearts and oversized dreams, laughing through the midnight air like life was a movie scene. Even if the years move on and everything changes now, part of me still lives there, somewhere in that summertime. Neon lights outside the glass, last few customers walking past, coffee scent and lo-fi songs filling up the empty room. You sat across from me again, sketchbook open by your drink, drawing little city lights without even looking down. The barista wiped the counter slow like nobody wanted closing time, and the rain kept falling softly against the window by your side. Maybe nights like this were made for getting lost inside small conversations. Midnight espresso, warm hands and tired eyes. Oh, guitars through tiny speakers playing somewhere in the dark. Everything feels cinematic in this little coffee shop, like the world outside can wait. small, and suddenly the room felt warmer. Streetlights painted gold reflections across the wooden floor, and for a second life felt easy, like nothing needed fixing. No loud crowds, no flashing lights, just coffee and soft melodies. Midnight espresso, warm hands and tired eyes, old guitars through tiny speakers playing somewhere in the dark. Everything feels cinematic in this little coffee shop, like the world outside can wait just a little longer tonight. Maybe happiness isn't always big and bright. Maybe sometimes it sounds like quiet guitar strings at midnight. Midnight espresso, rain clouds over downtown, conversations blending softly with the sound of passing cars. And even when the night ends, I know this feeling won't, like the warmth of your voice still echoing on the walk back home. Sunlight pouring through the car, your feet up on the dashboard, radio playing old songs that somehow fit the moment. We got nowhere else to be, just the ocean and the heat. You kept drawing smiley faces on the foggy window glass, hair blowing in the wind, laughing way too loud again. Every mile beside you feels lighter than before. Maybe happiness isn't something far away. Maybe it's this road right now. Drive me to the coast tonight, where the sky turns pink and white, windows down and singing loud like nobody's around. Salt air and your sleepy eyes, golden hour passing by. If the summer disappears, promise me we'll replay it. Cold drinks from the gas station, sunburn on our shoulders, running barefoot near the waves till the stars came out above us. You said don't grow up too fast, like you already knew these little summer moments never really last. No plans, no ending, just a night and the sea breeze. Drive me to the coast tonight, where the sky turns pink and white, windows down and singing loud like nobody's around. Salt air and your sleepy eyes, golden hour passing by. If the summer disappears, promise me we'll replay it. One day we'll probably miss how simple everything felt back when all we needed was music and each other. Drive me to the coast tonight, past the sleeping city lights. Hold this moment close enough to survive the colder months, and even years from now, when July comes back again, I'll still hear your voice somewhere inside the sound of the ocean. soft light falling through the glass. People walking slowly past, records spinning near the wall, like the afternoon won't end. You walked in with messy hair, raindrops on your oversized coat, ordered coffee with extra cream and sat beside the window. Outside, the traffic moved too fast. Inside, the world felt quiet, like this tiny corner cafe was hiding from the city noise. Maybe that's why I keep coming back to afternoons like this. Corner cafe radio, playing songs we both know, warm guitars and sleepy eyes filling up the room tonight. Every little thing feels soft, like life slowed down enough for us to finally breathe without overthinking. Books and empty coffee cups scattered across the table. You kept smiling at your phone, trying hard not to laugh. The barista hummed along to an old indie melody, and somehow even silence started sounding beautiful. No pressure, no fast nights, just warm coffee and good music. Corner cafe radio, playing songs we both know, warm guitars and sleepy eyes filling up the room tonight. Every little thing feels soft, like life slowed down enough for us to finally breathe without overthinking. Maybe growing older means learning to love quiet places and slower days. Corner cafe radio, still playing after sunset. City lights reflecting softly across the rainy windows. And even after leaving, the feeling lingers somehow, like your favorite song quietly following you home. Another slow morning, sunlight on the floor. Your message from last night still glowing on my phone. Cold coffee by the window, half-read books on my bed. Outside the city's moving, but I'm still here instead. Trying not to overthink every little word you said. Funny how one person can replay inside your head. Maybe it's nothing, maybe it's real, but I like the way this moment feels. Coffee stains and daydreams, living in between things, talking about the future like we got time to waste. Every small expression feels like a confession. Maybe I just miss you in 100 different ways. Rain clouds over downtown, music glowing inside my room. Your hoodie on the chair still smells a little bit like you. Everybody says that feeling's always stains and daydreams, living in between things, talking about the future like we got time to waste. Every small expression feels like a confession. Maybe I just miss you in 100 different ways. Maybe love is quieter than movies make it seem. Maybe it's just someone who remembers all your dreams. Coffee stains and daydreams, old songs and blurry feelings, trying to hold on to moments that disappear. Even if this fades out like summer into winter, I know somewhere in my heart you'll always stay a little here. Morning light across the floor, people walking past the door, your reflection in the window, mixed with steam from coffee cups. You sat down beside me with your headphones around your neck, said you liked the song that played through the tiny cafe speakers outside. The city's moving fast, but inside the world feels slow, like this little corner somehow exists outside of time. Maybe I could stay inside this feeling all day. At the coffee shop on 5th Street, everything feels soft and sweet. Old guitars and faded jeans, like a scene from indie movies. The sunlight resting on your face makes the whole room brighter. And suddenly this ordinary day feels beautiful somehow. Books stacked beside your drink, Polaroids inside your bag. You kept tapping to the rhythm of the music in your head. Rain started falling softly against the cafe glass. Still nobody moved, like we all belonged here. No pressure, no rushing, just warm coffee and good songs. At the coffee shop on 5th Street, everything feels soft and sweet. Old guitars and faded jeans, like a scene from indie movies. The sunlight resting on your face makes the whole room brighter. And suddenly this ordinary day feels beautiful somehow. Maybe happiness isn't something complicated. Maybe it's afternoons like this, with nowhere else to be. At the coffee shop on 5th Street, conversations blend with melodies. City noise outside fades out while the records keep spinning. And years from now, I know I'll still remember how this quiet little place made the whole world feel lighter. outside your room. Blue light mixed with cheap perfume. The world felt small at 1 a.m. Just me and you awake again. You were sitting on the counter singing songs half out of tune, laughing every time I stared, like you already knew. We talked about escaping to somewhere near the sea, back when growing older still sounded beautiful to me. Nobody tells you some nights become the center of your whole life. We were cinema hearts, living like a movie scene, running through the city lights, young enough to believe. Every broken part of us looked beautiful somehow, like nothing in this world could ever bring us down. Now your side of the bed feels colder than before, and silence fills the apartment where your voice once lived. I still replay that summer like an old cassette, trying to hold on to a version of us that left. Maybe love stays alive inside tiny details we never meant to remember. We were cinema hearts, living like a movie scene, running through the city lights, young enough to believe. Every broken part of us looked beautiful somehow, like nothing in this world could ever bring us down. If I knew those nights would disappear so fast, I would have stayed awake longer, just to hear you laugh again. Cinema hearts burning brightly in the dark, temporary but unforgettable, like fireworks above the skyline. And even if you're gone now, a part of me still stays somewhere in that summer, watching you through soft city lights again. Pink skies over downtown, your laughter spinning all around. Summer air and neon signs, everything feels right tonight. Cherry soda on your lips, sunset shining on your skin. You said let's get lost tonight, so we drove without a plan. Windows open, music loud, warm wind flying through your hair. Every second next to you feels lighter than the air. shoes hanging from your hand, barefoot walking through the sand. You kept singing random songs, completely out of tune. Fireworks above the beach, reflections in your eyes. For a second all my worries disappeared into the sky. No tomorrow, no goodbye, just a night in the summer air. Cherry soda nights with you, city lights and swimming pools, dancing like nobody's watching. Underneath the moonlight glow, every little moment shines like a film inside my mind. If summer had a heartbeat, I think it'd sound like us. Maybe years from now, we'll look back at these nights and wish we could stay here forever. Cherry soda nights with you, golden stars and ocean views, laughing till the morning sunlight paints the rooftops gold again. And even when the summer fades, I know one thing's staying true. Every warm July night will always remind me of you. Blue lemonade skies tonight, your reflection in neon lights, warm air drifting through the car as we drive without a map. Flip-flops hanging from your hand, barefoot walking through the sand. You kept singing random songs, getting every lyric wrong. The waves were loud, the stars were low, and somehow everything felt slow, like summer wanted us to stay awake forever. No plans, no worries, just the sound of you laughing under blue lemonade skies. Everything feels so alive, golden light inside your eyes, like the end of a movie scene, running through the midnight heat. Old guitars and tangled dreams, we're still young enough to believe they never will. Night skies, fireworks and July nights, laugh until the sunrise turns the ocean silver gold again. And even when September comes and summer leaves too soon, I'll still hear your voice inside every warm wind blowing through the city. Orange light across the room, dust floating in the afternoon. Your coffee sitting next to mine like you never left. We spent whole days doing nothing, watching old films on your bed, talking about impossible dreams, half asleep at 3 a.m. Your laughter filled the apartment like music through thin walls. Funny how silence feels heavier after somebody's gone. Sometimes I still pause before locking my door, like part of me expects you there. Now it's just the afterglow left behind in empty rooms, late night songs and tangled clothes, tiny pieces left of you. Everybody says people fade with time, but some hearts stay like city lights, burning softly through the dark. Rain keeps tapping on the window the same way it did back then. And every little thing tonight feels connected to your name. I thought moving on would happen all at once, but maybe healing is quieter than that. Maybe memories never really leave, they just grow lighter to carry. Now it's just the afterglow left behind in empty rooms, late night songs and tangled clothes, tiny pieces left of you. Everybody says people fade with time, but some hearts stay like city lights, burning softly through the dark. One day I hear your name without my chest getting heavy, but tonight I'm not there yet. Now it's just the afterglow, summer air and fading smoke, photographs inside my phone, places we will never go. Even if this love is over, I don't wanna hate the memories, 'cause for a little while empty streets, 2 a.m. with tired feet. The cashier barely looks at me. Guess we're both used to lonely nights. Cup noodles and cheap coffee, same routine almost every week. I said I'm fine to everybody, maybe if I say it enough. Outside the rain keeps falling slow, taxi lights blur into gold. The city never really sleeps, it just learns how to hide the sadness. Funny how the quietest nights make your memories louder. At the midnight convenience store, I still think about you. Standing by the freezer door like you used to do. We talked about forever, like kids who didn't know. Some people are just passing through, even when they feel like home. Your old text still saved somewhere deep inside my phone. I know I should delete it, but I can't bring myself to yet. Everybody's moving on, posting smiles and brighter days, while I'm stuck replaying scenes that probably only matter to me. Maybe healing isn't forgetting, maybe it's surviving the night.